My husband chose his parents over me and our baby.
Seems like he's got some priorities here.
Trigger warning for abusive relationships. I am a 27-year-old woman, and my husband, who we'll call Eric, is 25.
Eric.
We met at university, got married, and recently had a baby.
Yay!
My husband has the habit of living with his parents.
No.
Being an only child, he wants to be with them all the time. Since we moved in with them, life has become heck for me. By the way, this comes from Cappuccino124, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, they don't know the meaning of privacy and come into our room whenever they want. On many occasions, I've had to change my clothes, even putting them on backwards. I have communicated this discomfort to him, but he simply does nothing.
Yeah, because he likes the approval of his parents. He gets off on it.
I'm really concerned about this situation here. On one occasion, his father even came in when I was practically without clothes on. I had to quickly cover myself, and he left the room anyway.
Ew.
The dogs they have at home are very dirty, and the doctor prohibited us from having animals near our baby. But my husband got angrier and preferred to ignore the doctor. You need to leave. My baby has sensitive skin and is allergic to dog hair. The dogs also do their business inside the house, especially in the kitchen since they make them sleep there due to the cold.
Weird.
Last Sunday, our baby ran out of milk because I don't have enough.
He needs some milk.
So she is mixed breastfeeding. That morning, I became desperate because of her crying. Days ago, I had told Eric that there wasn't much left in the bottle, but he got upset and decided to ignore me. I don't work because I couldn't finish my degree. Ugh. I sat on the bed, crying helplessly as I couldn't buy the jar of milk myself and had to wait for him to give me the money or buy it himself.
You're being made to rely on someone?
And now, financially, you're not able to leave because, again, finances, you're in an unsafe living condition, and also your baby's in an unsafe living condition. If you have any family members or anyone that you can reach out to, please do.
And your boyfriend's not his own man.
Husband.
Oh, sorry. Husband.
It's even worse.
Ha 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 ha.
My mother-in-law entered the room without knocking and reminded that breakfast had been served. I had no appetite to eat. When I get depressed, my body doesn't accept anything. I told her that I wouldn't eat, that I would go get the milk. I told her in a low voice because I had already cried and was depressed. She left and then came back in and started yelling at me, telling me that I'm inconsiderate, that I always behave like this, and that she's not there to put up with my whims. Eric, upon seeing his mother's reaction, simply threw a suitcase at me and told me to pack my things.
Oh my gosh.
He insisted and told me that it was all my fault, that I can't even give enough milk to my baby, that this was the last time I insulted his family, and that I should hurry up and pack everything so that I would stop bothering his parents.
Ew.
I simply packed everything I could and put it in the car, and we went to my apartment. I stayed crying while he left to return his father's car. That afternoon, I cried until I was tired. When he arrived, he didn't speak to me and just slept in the living room. I insisted on talking, but he just told me that he was sick of me and that he wanted me to go back to my parents' house. You should. They live in another state. It's been 3 days, and today I tried again, but it was worse. He told me that he didn't love me, that he didn't consider me family, and that his grandmother had complained that he was kicking her out of the house. I told him that was a lie, but he said, I can't take your side because they're my family. He also told me that his parents will withdraw their support if he continues with me. He still has his thesis to finish, and his parents are paying his graduation expenses. He just looked at me and said, go with your parents and take the baby. I'm looking for a woman who wants to live in my parents' and grandparents' house. You're not wife material. Go with yours and make your life so I can make mine. I'll send you money for the baby's expenses and that's it.
Oh my gosh, what?
How did this happen?
I'm going to be honest with you, OP. It probably doesn't seem like it right now because this is really awful and he's treating you terribly. But this is probably the best thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Because right now you're in a really terrible situation. You have no privacy. You have no support for your child. And right now he's offering to financially support you while you get to go live with your parents, with your baby. That is so much better. So much better.
This is wild. This is insane.
And also, where's he going to find this magical woman that wants to stay with his parents?
I want someone to stay with me and my parents so they could
It's-
make me popcorn and hot chocolate.
It's
Yeah.
his mommy.
He's my mommy. I
His
don't wanna leave my
mommy's
mommy.
the only woman for him.
Dude, what the heck?
I couldn't believe it. I was reduced to begging for 4 days, even though the mistake was his parents, and I was still being blamed for it. I already bought my plane ticket for me and my baby. Today, he packed his things and went to his parents' house despite everything I told him and begged him. He didn't care. And there any advice, and there is an update, but my advice is leave.
Yep.
Leave. Absolutely leave. Do not stay here.
Mm-mm.
Don't beg to stay here. Leave. Get out. Take your baby and go.
Not worth it at all.
But there is an update. Today, he came in his parents' car and took us to our baby's physical therapy session, but he took advantage of the fact that I was not at home to pick up all his things from the apartment. I'm not going to deny that not seeing his clothes or things hurt me. When he came to drop us off after physical therapy, I wanted to talk to him. I wanted him to come to his senses and see that I just wanted to keep our family together. But he just left me there crying, standing at the door, waiting for him to turn around and regret his decision. I sent him messages, and the only thing he told me is that he has already made his decision and he will not go back. At the moment, I am devastated, and I spoke to my mother to have moral support. I would appreciate your input, and there is a second update. Again, my input is leave.
Yeah, stay with your parents.
This man is terrible.
See if you can rebuild yourself. This
Yeah.
is not a great place to be, Popey.
Last week, I took a flight to get to my parents' house. He signed the travel authorization, and here I am at my parents' house. I was able to talk with my mother, and she advised me to let things go, and that one day he will regret it and come back, but a week has passed. Why would you want him to come back? I'm sorry, if I were your mother, I would not be saying, don't worry, he'll come back to you.
Let it go, girl.
He has not returned, and he barely talks to me to find out how our baby is doing. I'm desperate. It is painful for me to see that from one day to the next, my marriage, my family, was destroyed by my in-laws. It for sure was not destroyed by your in-laws. This was destroyed by your husband. From the start, I know that I must move forward, but it is difficult. It still hurts me to know that my partner, the one I chose for life, has betrayed me in that way. Even so, I decided to go ahead and look for a job and ask my father to help me finish my studies. I don't want to remain stuck in depression. Another update. You need to leave this man behind and take care of your baby.
Yep. You gotta take care of you and your own now, because he
Yeah.
doesn't consider you
No.
your own. And I mean, divorce process. Start filing for child custody if you can.
Yeah, definitely file for custody. Definitely file for divorce. Get alimony. Get child support. All of that. Update 3. I decided to make zero contact with him, and I have not heard from him for more than 2 weeks. My parents told me not to ask for pension since I have their support. He just continued with his life, as a friend told me. It still hurts me. And about the postpartum depression, I think it did affect me because it was not good for me not being able to breastfeed my baby well and the constant pressure from my in-laws. I plan to open a cafeteria with a very good friend. My baby is improving thanks to physical therapy, but now I have to return to the city where I lived with him to pick up my things and move near my parents. I don't know if he will repent one day, but I don't want to fall again and forgive him. I won't deny that I felt tempted to call him and ask him to reconsider, but there is no point in turning back. I want to heal my soul and focus on my baby and moving forward. I already found out that his mother wants to pair him with her best friend's daughter, and that felt like a betrayal. It's not easy, but I don't want to cry for him anymore. My baby's health has improved significantly since we left that house with the dirty dogs. Her skin allergies are clearing up, and she seems more comfortable. It breaks my heart that her own father chose animals over her well-being, but at least now I can protect her properly. My parents have been incredibly supportive, and seeing how they treat me with basic respect and dignity has reminded me what I deserve. My father immediately helped with the baby's needs without making me feel ashamed. My mother listens to my concerns without yelling at me. This is what family should be like.
Ugh. Ugh.
I mean, yeah, this guy, terrible husband, terrible father, good riddance.
I'm still confused how OP didn't see this coming or any signs of it.
Well, I think she absolutely did see the signs. I think she was just so stuck.
Got it.
The cafeteria plan is moving forward, and I'm excited about having my own income and independence. It feels good to think about building something of my own, something that no one can take away from me based on their family's approval or disapproval. I still have moments where I miss what I thought our marriage was, but I'm beginning to understand that what I miss might have been an illusion. A man who truly loved me wouldn't have thrown a suitcase at me while I was crying over a hungry baby. A man who truly loved me wouldn't have told me I'm not wife material instead of working together to solve our problems. By the way, if you truly love us, you can listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Kimberly Font says, piggybacking Reese's My PC's comment. What did Reese's My PC say?
Dang, man.
Stockholm is real. Everyone acts like it's so easy to leave and not feel adequate after being brainwashed that you.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
brainwashed
like,
that you
OP
are.
has
Yeah.
clearly been brainwashed
And
because she's in this situation with her baby where her baby's not safe. She is not safe. And she's, like, desperate to go back.
that's so true. And Kimberly Font says, you can tell he and his family have always been awful.
Mm-hmm.
No one would learn to accept that treatment with his parents as supporting as hers appear to be. I forget that. I've been kind of in a situation, not as severe, but in a situation where I'm like, oh no, she's great. She actually does love my family. And it's like, look, reality, man. People tell you who they really are. I think Kat said that. Gotta listen.
Gotta listen. There's a little bit left, though. The hardest part is accepting that my daughter will grow up knowing her father chose his parents' house over building a family with us. But maybe that's better than growing up in a house where she would have learned that love is conditional. It's absolutely better. I'm scared about the future, but for the first time in months, I'm also cautiously optimistic. I don't know if Eric will ever regret his decision, but I'm starting to hope that by the time he does, I'll be strong enough to know that I deserve better. My baby deserves better too, and I'm going to make sure she gets it, even if it means doing it alone. And that is the end of that story, but yes, OP, you are much better off without this guy.
Oh, good riddance.
Good riddance.
With that man. He's
terrible.
just, how do you wake up as a father one day and be like, I don't want you anymore. You
Because
or family.
he's so used to his parents taking care of him, and now he has this child that he has to take care of, and he's like,
Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take care of a kid.
I'm considering paying for a guy to flirt with my wife.
why?
I, 27 male, have been married to my wife, 29 female, for 2 years. But we've been best friends since high school. Recently, we were getting ready for a party. She was having a hard time. She was getting frustrated because her hair was weird, her makeup didn't look right, and nothing fit quite right. I suggested my favorite dress of hers, and she said she looked like a potato in it. She got so frustrated, she almost gave herself a breakdown. By the way, this comes from Deleted, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't always have the answers. We only know what we do know, so let us know what you would do in the comments. Opie says, during this, she asked me why I was with her. She says she's like a 5 on a good day, but that's being generous. I told her not to lie to herself. I've always felt like she's a solid 7 on a bad day and a 10 and beyond when she's all dolled up. I tried to reassure her that she could wear a trash bag and draw a mustache on her face with raccoon eyes, and I still think she's the most attractive woman in the room.
Aww.
And as her husband, my opinion is the only one that matters. This made her giggle and seemed to boost her spirits. Moments like this aren't uncommon because she's always had body image issues. It doesn't help that her sister is an Instagram model with tons of followers, and the few friends she has like to talk about random guys in their DMs or guys at the club who try to pick them up. Okay, simple solve here.
You pay a guy to flirt with your wife
Okay, that's plan Z.
to improve her mood
Plan A,
and confidence.
you surround her with different friends.
I agree. Yes, that is the real plan. It's saying, hey, your friends are maybe a bad influence on you
Yeah.
and making you feel bad about your body.
This is so weird. At the party, one of her friends asked why we were late. My wife told her it was hard to find something that looked good. Her friend said, you look okay. And you're married, so it's not that big of a deal.
Bye. Yeah, you need new friends, girl. You need new friends. I'm sorry if my friend came in and was like, yeah, I couldn't find anything to wear. I just wasn't feeling good. I'm going, you look hot, girl. Hottie with the body. Damn.
But what if
I'm gassing her up.
But what if I genuinely do not like what you're wearing? And I'm like, you could have wore a different pair of pants.
Not if I'm already at the venue not telling me that.
If I'm at home, if I'm here and I come to you and say, hey, like, what do you think about this outfit? Yeah, sure. You could be like, But if I'm at the venue and I say, yeah, like I just had a really tough time like figuring out what to wear, I don't care if you think it's the ugliest thing I've ever worn.
You better be telling me you look great.
But what if you show up in an ugly outfit, but I already have one in my backpack I'm ready to give you?
Here you go. It's your birthday suit.
It better be. What?
What, Keon?
What?
There's just nothing in the bag?
Well, I always got that for Keon in my back pocket.
Anywho.
Dude, I'd love to see you caked up, jiggling around.
Ew, what?
You know, your wish could be coming true
No.
for your birthday.
Read
Yes!
the story. Read the story.
Oh my gosh. My wife shrugged and said, I know, I shouldn't care. Like you said, I'm married. So as long as my husband likes how I look, that's all that matters, right? It's just, I don't know. He's been in love with me forever, so I think his opinion is skewed. We all laughed and I made a comment about always having eyes for my wife. She smiled and said it's hard for her to believe she's attractive, as I claim since outside of me, she can count on one hand the number of times she's ever been hit on in her adult life. All the women around her have to beat people away with sticks. But her, she's been flirted with 3 times, all of which she told me when she got home.
Maybe, just maybe, it's because people respect you and you have a ring on your hand. Or like, you're married.
I think there's just different types of looks.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Just because you don't get hit on the street by strangers doesn't mean that you're not pretty.
Yeah, agreed. Once was a guy she had seen talk to 12 other women at closing time before he got to her and said, "You're alone. I'm alone. Want to change that?" Before she could respond, he said, "Never mind," and walked to another woman.
Ouch. Ooh, tough.
Yee.
Tough. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough.
Another was a guy who could barely speak English. All she could make out was him saying, "You beautiful, we go your place." She said no, thank you. Then her friend heard him talk to his friends in Spanish about how she was a stupid American girl and something about easy green card if you call him pretty. Then he came up to my wife with a drink. She told him, "No thank you, I'm married." He muttered under his breath and walked away. I don't like the third one.
Sad.
All right, we're getting this over with. The third guy was during her 21st birthday. This guy, who had to be in his 70s, walked up and was being obnoxiously flirtatious, but also ended up walking away. This, on top of her existing body image issues, makes her think she's not attractive outside of me and her ex, but we don't talk about him. The only time anyone has ever acknowledged her attractiveness were guys who were desperate with no other options. As she said, being a last resort or jailbait fantasy isn't really much of an ego boost. I don't get why anyone would think she was unattractive or why she isn't fighting men off. I say she looks like a mix of young Keira Knightley, young Winona Ryder, and mid-20s Anne Hathaway.
Bro, my mind would be Carly knows.
His head's already getting
She
big.
sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
But also, I will say, Winona Ryder didn't think that she was very pretty, and she's a gorgeous woman.
But apparently, she doesn't catch anyone's eyes like mine, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. More of her for me. At the party, I had a thought. Every month, we do a group date night with her friends, and I had the idea that I could invite some of my coworkers, or, if it came down to it, find some regulars I know at the bar and ask them to flirt with my wife, maybe even pay them if they're hesitant. Don't go too hard like they're trying to take her home, but some light flirting and a few compliments.
No, because if she ever finds out that you paid people to flirt with her, that's going to be devastating to her self-confidence.
Have you not seen any TV shows?
Oh, this is not going to work out.
Have you not seen any TV shows where the friends set them up on a date that
Yeah.
they put together? And
They bribed them or had a bet that they could take this person out, this girl out, and then she's like, "I was just a bet." Don't do this, OP.
And then
have you done that?
No, I've never done that. I was going to say, and they start singing I Love You, Baby
Yeah.
on the school steps.
And then she reads a really sad poem in class.
It was about him.
The saddest thing is that I
And
don't
then he got her a
hate you
guitar
at
and
all.
that fixed it all.
Yeah, and then they were fine. That's not what's going to happen here, OP. Don't do this.
I figured having a few random guys complimenting her would give her an ego boost and maybe help her realize that she is actually attractive. But when I mentioned this idea to my sister, since she sometimes works at a bar, she said it was a terrible idea. Not because I'm asking guys to hit on my wife, but because if my wife ever found out the truth, she'd be devastated.
Exactly. She'd be like, "Oh, you had to pay people?" It'd be devastating.
It'd be like, oh my gosh, what's that one movie with Jennifer Lawrence that just came out?
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. Love that
Doesn't
movie.
he know that that's what's happening though?
At the end, there's this one scene.
Where she's naked and she fights people on the beach.
I wasn't gonna talk about that one.
Yeah, but that's what you were thinking.
No, I was thinking about the one where she was on like those skate rolling things and she's trying to go up the stairs.
The skate roller
Oh.
things? You mean
Yeah.
the roller skates?
Roller skates, yeah. I'm not with it the day you got. Oh my, I can't even speak.
Skate rolly things.
I can't speak, guys. I'm so sorry. I can already see the comments from a month from now. I'm just gonna get through this. Sorry if it's choppy.
It's okay with editors. Just
Please, editors,
Yeah.
please don't make it choppy.
Make it choppier.
My sister said the poor girl already thinks she looks like a sad boiled egg.
Oh.
If you did this and she found out, she'd feel worse because, wow, the only time someone might think I'm attractive is when my husband pays them. And since you're at a bar, the chances of drunken yodels keeping their mouths shut about the truth is near impossible. Someone's going to slip, and all you can accomplish is losing money and hurting your wife. But I don't know what else to do to help my wife. Would I be the a-hole if I were to pay someone to flirt with my wife to help her boost her ego? We have an update.
I advise strongly against this. For your own sake, I advise against this. Do not do this, OP.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Don't do it.
Don't.
You are a very sweet guy. I see where you're coming from. Wrong approach.
Pay for therapy instead to boost your confidence.
Or, I don't know, go do something.
Shopping spree.
Shopping spree.
New outfits. Let's get her a haircut.
Maybe working out with her because I feel like
Sure.
I've-
Could be that.
sometimes like whenever you work out with someone and you both are like doing something hard, your endorphins go crazy and then you kind of have a bonding thing. Like you went through war together. I did that once with Keon.
All great options. Let's do that and not this idea.
Update. Before I respond to some things, just let me say that I appreciate the offer, but there is no need to send a message offering to hit on my wife. I've realized my mistake and will not be taking up any
Good.
offers.
Good.
Babe,
Good.
there's these random men on Instagram sending me pictures of their whatnots.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
no.
How did this
no.
happen?
Hope not. Ooh.
I'm not going to do it. Instead, I'll look into a lot of your suggestions and try that out. I'd only thought of this because one of her points was to why she didn't think she was attractive was that she never gets hit on. So I thought, if the lack of flirting is the problem, then wouldn't more flirting be the solution? As you've pointed out, that's a bad idea. My wife has recently started therapy, but it's slow work. She was hesitant for the longest time because she came from a family that believed if you can't fix your own problems, you're not really trying hard enough. And mental illness isn't real. Just get over it. It's all in your head.
I will say for her, I think therapy is going to be really helpful because I think a lot of what people are attracted to is confidence. I don't think you have to be conventionally attractive
Yeah.
to have that. So I think if you project confidence, you'll find that more people are attracted.
I agree. Her friends aren't the best, but they're the only ones she has. It's very much a sunk cost fallacy type of deal because they've been friends since they were babies. I'll work on trying to get her out more to find new friends. But I know she already has started to distance herself from them a bit since their lifestyles and views don't align with hers anymore. Yes, I'm using my sister's account. Yes, my wife has read it. Yes, not the greatest idea. But I don't think she'll come across this post because she doesn't follow these types of forums. And I chose to use my sister's account instead of making a throwaway because if I had a throwaway, it'd still be on my phone. And my wife uses my phone all the time for random stuff. I thought if she found a Reddit notification and read the post, it'd blow the idea. So I asked my sister to use hers since I see her every day and I could keep up with things without risking my wife coming across a notification. It's still online, man.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Having those 3 instances of your wife being hit on, I think someone can kind of zero in and figure out it was about them.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yes, I rated her on a number scale. I know a lot of you instantly condemned me for that and for not saying she's a 10 all the time. Here's the thing. She likes to rate things. Herself, her food, shows, everything. She feels it's an easy way to put it into perspective about how she feels about something where words might not fully accomplish her feelings. And yes, I didn't say she was a 10 all the time, but that's because when I have said that in the past, she says, now I know you're lying. No one's a perfect 10 24/7. Heck, my sister has to spend so much time making herself look like a 10. So I've learned that she won't take it seriously if I say she's always a 10. She said she was a 5. And in her gauge, 5 is an average person. That's why I said 7 at worst, because it's true as far as she believes. Even when she's at her worst, she's still better than your average person. Could I have told her in the moment that she's always a 10? Yes, but I know her enough to know that she'd roll her eyes and tell me to stop exaggerating. So I say a number to her that is more realistic. I wasn't worried that my wife would cheat on me in the scenario, as she's not one to cheat. We've been friends for years before we started dating. Before we dated, she had a boyfriend she started dating in high school. He was manipulative and would cheat on her and then turn it around like it was her fault that he cheated. Because of that, she has a disdain towards cheating. There was even a girl she was friends with who used to be the one to gas her up the most. This friend cheated on her boyfriend one time when blackout wasted, and my wife cut all contact with her because she has zero tolerance for cheating. So, no, I wasn't worried about that. And I had zero tolerance of you cheating whenever you watched other people's podcasts. You can only watch ours on Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. And we have 73 days for you. Please press play and never listen to anyone else's. So, what do we think?
I think that your wife, it seems like she has a lot of really beautiful friends.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of very beautiful friends, and I've also experienced, like times when they are hit on
Yeah.
a lot more than me when I'm out with them.
Dude,
And I think it's like she's probably experiencing that
yeah.
kind of thing of being like, no one ever hits on me. But it's because when you're out with really beautiful people, they tend,
Yeah.
it just happens. But that doesn't mean that you're any less beautiful.
Yes, hyping you up is one thing, but people flirting with you doesn't mean you're not.
No.
Back to my point, it's because maybe you have a ring on, and people are respectful of that, one. Also, two, it could be how you want to be approached. You can be perceived with like, oh, she doesn't want to be approached. That's okay. And that could make sense because you're a married woman, you're out with your friends, and you don't want to talk to people. You don't want to go
Yeah.
out there and flirt. So
Yeah.
that
I mean,
makes sense.
also presumably you're not like talking to people in a flirting manner.
True.
Because a lot of the people that like have flirted with me, I've been flirting with. It's like a two-way street.
Yeah.
Men get scared to talk to women nowadays.
Yeah.
Also, you have one really hot friend.
What?
So you have one really hot friend.
I think all my friends are hot.
We have one that's super hot.
What?
Like, really hot.
Are you just talking about your girlfriend?
I am.
Yeah.
No, won't post a pic of her.
Boo.
And I won't ask her to post a pic either. It's not because I secretly don't think she's attractive or whatever, but because I think it'd be extremely counterproductive, simply because I know there are way too many people on Reddit that take joy in tearing down attractive women for one reason or another. So I don't want to expose my wife to that, especially since I've seen the comments and messages some people have sent her sister calling her fat and ugly and all sorts of rude and untrue things. Her sister ignores the remarks and just blocks those people. But I know my wife would take every insult personally, which she doesn't need to. So yeah, thanks again. I'll be looking into spas and photographers in my area, and I'll talk to my sister and her sister to see if they will take her out for a girls' self-care day. Thank you all so much.
I also think like a boudoir photo shoot.
Oh,
it sounds
yeah.
like silly, but like
Ooh.
making a woman feel like sexy, it probably would boost her confidence.
Yep. I like your pure of heart, OP.
Yeah.
I'm glad
you
that
love your wife. You think she's hot.
you double-checked and cross-referenced your idea before you
Yeah, before you
executed
did it. Don't do that.
I'm glad the update was. So I hired this guy named Bob from the bar.
Yeah,
to
he's
my
gonna
wife,
flirt with my wife.
and he vomited.
They've run away together.
He vomited all over her and
Oh,
then
yikes.
proceeded to tell her how much I paid him.
Oh, that would be terrible. But that's the end of that story, and we got another one coming right up.
And I'm gonna retire to go work on super secret stuff. Bye, guys.
My partner and his family deceived me for years.
Lies, deception.
I, 30 female, have been with my partner, Bill, 34 male, for 4 years. I have an 8-year-old son from a prior relationship that Bill has basically adopted. We just had our daughter in June. He comes from a very Catholic family, and I am Baptist. By the way, this comes from Dubsy Pop, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia,
I'm Dakota.
And I'm Keon.
and we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do, so let us know what you do in the comments. As OP says, when we first began dating, I didn't meet his family until a year in. When I questioned why, he said his mom is really difficult to deal with, and he didn't want to hurt my feelings. When I finally did meet her, I was interrogated about my past, my faith, told I needed to convert or it was a red flag, that I wasn't who she pictured Bill with, etc. Dang. The first time you met her?
It's pretty intense.
Yikes. I left crying because I had never been criticized in that manner by someone I'd never met before. We rarely went to see his family because every time we did, I left crying and feeling bad about who I am. Yeah, that's not great. Is he like
bad
defending
time.
you? Then his sisters would start some drama. They're all about my age since Bill is the oldest child. Long story short, his sister's fiance was found on Tinder and they came up with a theory that I made the profile to frame him.
What?
That's so far of a reach. That's insane. Imagine being like, oh my God, my fiance's on Tinder. It must be my sibling's
Yeah.
girlfriend.
That's just cope. That's just pure copium.
The whole family exiled me and I was no longer welcome or acknowledged in any way. Anyone else hear that saying if they believe lies about you without confronting you first, they were always looking for a way to be against you? That is how this feels. This happened in summer of 2023. In summer of 2024, why is that water murky?
You don't drink gray water?
Why is it murky?
It's not water.
You don't drink gray water
That's
like that?
not water.
This is my doctor water. No, I'm just kidding. I had an energy drink in here earlier, and
Okay.
it's mixed with water.
Ew. In summer 2024, Bill told me he had been trying to get his family to meet up with us so we could make amends, but his mom kept canceling the visits because she couldn't stand to be around me. This hurt me because it's not in my character to ever do anything like I was being accused of. I wrote his mom a very nice letter about how I would like to make amends and how I didn't want them to think I'm a bad person. There was no reply. Bill later told me that his mom thought it was a sweet letter and that she wasn't mad at me. In October 2024, we found out that we were expecting. It was a complete surprise, but we were happy and ready to move forward with our lives together. Bill also proposed, and I was happy to be engaged to him. In December 2024, Bill told me that he had notified his parents of our news, and they were shocked. I asked him if we could meet up with them, but he told me they didn't want to. In February 2025, his mom found my Amazon registry and threw a complete fit about the baby's name, what was on my registry, and the fact that I had the audacity to have a baby shower because it was my second child, and it's not in etiquette. I had to delete my registry and start a private one to share only with my family and friends, so his mom and sisters couldn't creep on it anymore. They were monitoring everything anyone bought for me and would text Bill saying, I didn't actually need those things.
Where's Bill?
Bill.
Where's Bill saying, shut up,
Shush.
Mom?
Shush, hush, hush, hush.
Shut up,
Stop
sis.
talking to me. Stop talking to me. In March 2025, Bill told me that his sister, the one who married the Tinder guy, had a baby, and that's why his parents didn't want to meet up or be involved with anything.
Stop lying, Bill.
Liar.
Why? This is too many
Bill.
conveniences.
Bill, your parents just don't like a P.
And also OP.
Get the hint that these people don't like you.
They felt like his sister should have the spotlight, and it didn't need to be advertised that Bill and I were expecting because we weren't married and should be ashamed.
Shame, baby. You're having a shame, baby.
Bill needs to create a lot of boundaries with his parents. In June 2025, I gave birth to our daughter, who is gorgeous. I gave up trying to get his parents and sisters to come around. When the baby was 2 weeks old, Bill asked me to accompany him to his parents' house. I was reluctant because of how they treated me during my pregnancy, but I am the type to give a second chance. We went and everything went okay, but his mom said something that made my mind wonder. I got your letter last year, but I didn't reply because I didn't know you guys were still together. I asked Bill about it, and he said he had no clue why she'd said that. He also notified his parents, with me there, that we were engaged. His mom said she was hurt that he didn't tell her. She has also been texting him recently to make a public apology because his sisters are upset they weren't notified from the beginning. Maybe you weren't notified because you guys suck and have been rude to OP the whole time you've known her.
Yeah, maybe you don't know because you are not worthy of knowing right now based on your behavior.
I'm not sure why they were upset since they don't like me. Why would we celebrate our good news with people who accused me of bad things? At the same visit, I asked for his mom's number so I could share pictures of the baby. We later had a phone call and I asked what she meant by not knowing we were together. This is when the bomb dropped and my life changed. She told me that Bill told the family we broke up after I was accused of making the Tinder profile in 2023.
Oh? And he never clarified?
No, Bill said that. Bill lied to his family.
Why?
I asked when he told them we were together. She said they only found out we were still together after Bill's sister's friends saw us at a theater production with my son in January 2025, took our picture, weird, and sent it to his sister. They confronted him, and this is when he told everyone I was pregnant as well. Everyone flipped out. I asked his mom why she didn't question him when she got my letter. She said Bill told the family that I was crazy and kept trying to contact him even though he wanted me to leave him alone, all while he was playing with my son, sleeping in my bed, coming to my family functions, etc. She did admit that I didn't need a baby shower because it was my second child, and I didn't need to have attention on myself. I let her know that according to etiquette, it's appropriate to have a second baby shower after 5 years, my son is 8, especially when it's a different gender. But we agreed to disagree. Bill also told me that he never talked to or saw his family. His mom notified me that he went there almost every Sunday. The days he went back to his apartment after staying with me all weekend, supposedly to catch up on work. I confronted Bill immediately. He was remorseful but has not made any effort to fix anything. Huh?
I'm so confused now,
Well,
Bill.
it seems like Bill is such a coward that when his family expressed that they really didn't like OP and why is he with OP, instead of being like, I'm going to defend my partner and the mother of my child against this onslaught of like hatred from my family, I'm going to lie to them and tell them I'm not with her.
Oh, Billy boy.
I really tried to make amends after being accused of bad things, and I extended the olive branch with the letter. Bill even encouraged me that they would reply soon, all while he was telling them I was crazy and obsessive. I gave him back the ring, good, and left the house we got together. His excuse was that his mom was very unaccepting of me, and it put him in a bad spot.
What?
Boo-hoo.
What?
Boo-hoo. I'm sorry. Oh, mommy was upset, so you couldn't tell the truth?
Yeah, my parents didn't like you, so I told them you were obsessive and crazy, and we broke up.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to help. I'm sure that's going to help their relationship.
What was your plan long term there, big dog? Bill! 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 No! No!
I told him that his loyalty stood with his mom and sisters, but it should have been with me if he truly loved me. Eventually, I came back because I do want to fix things. No! But I don't even know where to begin. Not here.
You begin with someone else,
Begin
dog.
with anyone else.
This guy fundamentally lied to your face for like a year. When did the supposed breakup happen? In 2023?
Did it?
Yeah, I remember that was a date that was said. So he lied and maintained this lie about his family and with you.
Yeah, Tinder profile in 2023, January 2025.
At least at like a year and a half, a year and change, maybe 2 years.
Wow.
That guy has lost
Yeah.
his rights to be with you
Yep.
because he is a scoundrel.
I am so humiliated. He let me believe that his family was being very hateful towards me and unaccepting, when actually they had no clue I was even around. I thought he was on my side about everything and that he had cut off his family, but he was over there all the time, pretending I didn't exist. Even well into my pregnancy, I do not believe that he would have come clean eventually. If I hadn't gotten pregnant, I am certain I would have still been his dirty little secret. Then why are we trying to get back together with this guy? If you fundamentally believe that he would never have told you the truth, why are we with him? He would hold me while I cried about how his family was being so hateful towards me. Now I know they weren't being anything towards me because they didn't even know I was around. He randomly asked me last night what he can do to fix things between us.
Leave OP alone.
I think he may have realized that my behavior and demeanor towards him have significantly changed. I stopped cooking dinner and just fended for ourselves. I only spoke to him about the baby, stopped responding when he told me he loved me. I started filling my own bucket rather than putting in useless effort with him. I told him that I couldn't truly say I am in love with him and want to spend my life with him. I let go of those dreams back in July. We were supposed to get married this December, but along with the lies, he refused to set a date or pick a venue when we were engaged.
Yeah, probably because he was trying to spin the gears on like,
How
all
am I
right,
gonna
how do
have a
I
wedding without inviting-
hire
Yeah.
fake family to be at the wedding that also hates my wife?
Tricky. He keeps asking me what he can do to fix things that I truly don't know or care. I've accepted things for what they are, and I'm just working with what I got until I've got done with graduate school. He asked if he could take me out this weekend, just me and him, and honestly, I don't want to. It feels like he's trying to love bomb me enough to buy more time, but I don't want to be part of it. Then don't be. I feel like I'm content with how it is. I'm able to read my books, work on school, spend time with my kids, and do my own thing, just with Bill in the next room. In the past 2 months since this all came out, I have tried to put an effort to fix things. Stop! I told him what I needed. Apology from him, conversation with his family about everything, full honesty from now. But I wasn't getting it. He was still hiding from me. Little stuff, like him going to a basketball game with his family and telling me it was with his friends. It's like he doesn't want to mix his life with me and his life with his family. I will say that his mom has put an effort to include me. His sisters, except the one with the Tinder husband, have reached out and tried establishing a relationship with me. His dad even includes me in conversations and asks if I need anything. It seems like the only one that is opposed to us all moving past things is Bill. Why are you moving past this?
Stop moving past
Stop
this.
it.
This is not even a thank you. It's just next.
Yeah. I'm torn, I'm hurt, I'm numb. I want this to work out, but I'm finding it difficult to forgive him. Then don't. He made me look like a fool in every way possible. I don't want to feel disgusted every time I talk to him, but I do. Then why are we here? I really wanted to get married in December before all of this. Thinking of it now, I'm not even sure he would hang out with me on our wedding day. He still tells white lies all the time. I don't know what to do.
I want to scream.
Why
in
are
your
you trying
ear.
to have a relationship with a man you hate?
She says, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll get married to him.
He has an established relationship with my son. We have our daughter. We have a house. I'm stuck.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not stuck.
No, you're not.
You're not stuck.
Not really.
My mom told me I could come back home with the kids. Not stuck.
Literally next sentence, not stuck.
But she wants me to try to work it out. What?
Why?
Your mom's
What is
crazy.
wrong with all of you?
I feel so defeated. I can feel myself being on autopilot every day. I am normally a very bubbly person, and I have a larger-than-life personality. I'm funny and fun to be around. I like to sing and dance in the kitchen and shower. I'm not that person right now, and I don't know if I can get her back. Not with him.
You won't with this
Not
guy
with him.
around.
You will when you're not with him. You will when you've moved out.
You're basically just like, yeah, I mean, life right now is fine. I go to work. I spend time with the kids. There's a tumor in the room next to me
Yeah.
that I hate. I mean, or maybe not. I don't know what you feel about this guy. Why do you want to work things out with him so much? Is it pressure from your family? Is it
Well,
like
it seems
religious
like a little bit.
values?
I don't know.
What is it?
She can fix him.
I'm not being this way to prove a point to Bill or make him regret things. It was a slow decline to this point, and I think that's what sparked him asking what he can do to make things okay. I hope that whoever reads this can help me with kind, empathetic words. I need to know if this can be fixed. It cannot. How to begin to fix it? Don't. And how to forgive him? Don't.
I love Wrestling Mama's comment. It's like, they already have the baby. A marriage will fix everything. No, it will not.
It won't. Don't get married. I've offered couple counseling, but we're both very busy with work, school, and taking care of 2 kids. I think we would be able to go every once in a while if I knew it would be worth my time. I know counseling's on the table, but I'd like more advice, please.
Get it off the table.
And you know it is on the table. Listening to more full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and
Yeah.
search up Storytime.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit left to this story.
The only way counseling should be on the table is if he's your next boyfriend
Yeah.
and you're about to do the chicka bout wow. Okay?
Oh.
What?
Well, why else would he be on the table?
Oh, I see.
That's what tables are for.
Dinner. You're having dinner with your new boyfriend.
You can do it. You're not stuck. You have all these factors around you that make it harder or a little more complicated, but you're not stuck.
You're not stuck.
You're not even married.
You're not married. You don't have to go through a divorce proceeding.
Do you have a house together? Who owns the property? Go back, move in with your mom, and go, I tried. It didn't work. Boop, boop.
Update. I texted him and gave him a recap of how he hurt me and how he created this false narrative, then watched me cry over fake things. I guess my hopes of making this post was to get some insight on if things can be fixed and how. It seems like everyone is in agreement that it's too far gone. Good job, Red. I sort of knew that as well and just needed confirmation. I'll be planning my exit strategy and hopefully things will start looking up for me. Good, leave, get out of there. Plan that exit strategy.
Well, I mean, I guess this was just like, maybe it was just like a last desperate ploy. Just like throwing this out on the internet. OP's like, maybe I'm insane.
Yeah.
Maybe me thinking I need to leave him is insane, and the internet will let me know that I'm actually totally overreacting, and this is what everyone goes through. Pre-marriage jitters.
Yeah, and everyone's like, that's crazy, leave him. And she was like, oh, okay, we're good.
Dang, all right. Everyone thinks I should leave him. Darn. Okay.
All right, then.
Okay, I guess I gotta do that.
Guess I gotta go. But that's the end of that story, folks. And we got another one.
My husband said his mother will always come before me.
Divorce?
Yeah, why don't you tell him to get married to his mom?
I, 33 female, got married to my husband, 40 male, a month and a half ago. We dated for more than a year and a half, and while we had several ups and downs, we were really happy together. Clearly, you didn't know enough about him if you never heard he was a mama's boy.
Yeah. Yep.
Might have rushed into that a little bit, huh?
A little bit.
His mother is a widow who lives in their apartment raising his niece, as his brother is a single father with sole custody. My parents, his mother, and I all live in the same city. My husband lived in his apartment 45 minutes from the city. By the way, this comes from user BS212off. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. So we only know what we do. But if you would do something else, let us know in the comments. OP says, his mother and niece used to spend weekends at his house, whether he was there or not, since they have the keys. When we were dating, I always left his apartment during weekends, knowing they would come. The first time he asked me to stay, I did, but we had to sleep in the living room, leaving the bedroom for his mother and niece. Okay. Considerate, right? Kind of extra considerate?
Yeah.
Offering the bed to... At least there's no holes in them today.
That's true.
Keon's just close-upping on my socks for all of our beautiful listeners.
Podcast listeners.
The second time was the same. I was so uncomfortable that I declined staying after that. Did you ask, why though? You just were like, I just won't come anymore. You weren't like, hey, why are we on the floor in the living room? I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah. Especially if that's some of the first times that, I don't know, you stay. Or was it just the first time that she stayed when his family was over?
Yeah, I think it was when they were over. So that she doesn't stay there in the weekends anymore. Because that's what happens when the family comes over. So why didn't you say anything?
I feel like if I had a partner and they were like, you have to stay on the floor if my family's over, I'd just be like, I don't need to stay over that night. I'll just come over when they're gone. Still meet them, just don't need to sleep over.
Why are they staying here if there's no room for them?
Yeah.
When we decided to get married, I bought a nice apartment near his so we could have our own place. He was really happy about it, and we both saw it as our place. It's crazy because only one of you bought it. He works and travels a lot, about twice a week. Every time he's here, I want to spend time with him, but he always tries to split time between me and his mother and niece. We usually go out all together, even though we still have some outside dinners, just the two of us. I was always worried about this closeness with his mother and niece and felt he needed to put some boundaries in place and give us more time alone. Some things that bothered me. When we were looking for a new apartment, we visited several together. When we found this one, we both agreed not to tell anyone, not even our family. He went ahead and told his mother and niece and even took them there to show them the place.
When you weren't there?
Why did he go back? On his word. He said, I give you my word.
I give you my word, but my word means nothing?
We'll have a secret little place. Secret place.
Stop showing mommy around. Get her out of here.
The new apartment has 2 bedrooms. He always refers to the second one as his niece's room, even when I say it's my office.
That's funny. And if he said, oh, yeah, this is my niece's room, I'd be like, no, this is my apartment that I pay for, that I like you to stay at, but it's my apartment and that's my office. So, no, it's not your niece's room.
We need to learn to be more like, hey, no, what did that mean? No. Instead of just being like, oh, that was weird.
That's my office.
That was weird.
No,
guess I'll move on and get married to him.
Not moving on from that.
Every weekend we have to spend it with them going, oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me double check. This is from the r/OKstorytime subreddit.
I was just about to ask you.
Oh, man.
Hey, what are we doing? We gotta wake up.
Don't be with this man. He sucks.
We gotta start asking the questions when they arise. Oh, it's so much easier to push them to the back of your mind, but it's only easier in the moment because you pay the debt down the line. Going out, paying for everything, and doing whatever his mom and niece want. If he comes back and doesn't go directly to his mom, or at least call her, She calls him sad, saying he forgot about her and that she has no one in this world. Guilt tripper. Guilt. Maybe your husband's just been chronically guilt tripped.
Probably.
His brother decided to leave the country to search for a job abroad, so every weekend when my husband isn't here, I have to drive them to his apartment on Friday and pick them up on Sunday. I was okay with this for a few times, but now it's a rule, like I'm the dedicated driver, while there are other family members who can do it.
And that's when you start saying, hey, sorry, can't do this all the time. I got plans.
Can't do it.
Sorry. Gotta
Why
find other
not?
people.
Why
Oh,
not? They will cry, and you'll go, because I can't do it.
I'm busy.
But you
Sorry.
totally can. Well,
Nah,
that's
I'm
crazy,
busy.
because I'm telling you directly that I can't.
I'm busy that
So
day.
you'll have to figure something else out.
Seeing a movie that day. Sorry. Easy peasy.
My husband's aunt lives 10 minutes from his apartment and works in our city. So she's always driving there and could do it easily. But it always falls to me. Because you're not saying no.
Yeah, you gotta say, nope, no thank you.
Every time I ask my husband to visit my parents, I have to literally beg, and he's always saying no. He's only accepted twice since our wedding. Every time he asks that we stay a short time because he doesn't want to spend a lot of time with them. Now we're packing to move before the end of the month. Well, it's me packing while he just enjoys the new apartment and plans the barbecues he wants to have there. Last Friday, before he traveled, my husband told me he wanted us to have dinner with his mom and niece on Sunday after picking them up. And I said sure. Today is Sunday. He came back from his work travel this morning, slept, and then woke up at 2 p.m. His niece called him. I told him not to tell her we're coming now, to tell her in 2 hours. He finished the call, turned to me, saying no. He wants to go now. I said, please, no. Let's go later since we'll have dinner with them. He was angry and told me no, he wanted to go right away. I said I was tired and didn't want to spend the whole afternoon with his mom and niece, that I was okay to go pick them up and have dinner, but couldn't do the whole afternoon as I wasn't in the mood. He got very angry and left the house. He came back a few minutes later, cursed me and said I was being disrespectful and that it was like saying I didn't want to see his mother. Hey, doofus, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah, she does not want to see your mother.
She didn't want to see him. Not
Nailed
right
it.
then.
Nailed it. Doesn't want to see your mama.
Leave this man.
Leave him.
He said they spent the whole weekend alone and needed him. He said that his mother will always come before me, that she's the only one he has in the world after losing his dad, and that he wouldn't let anyone, including me, distance him from her. I was shocked. I never tried to distance him from her. I just want him to give me and our couple a real place in this life. I'm tired of always having to spend time with him and his family, other than at night. He always talks about his family and him like a team, with me being the outsider, and I hate that. I feel alone in our relationship. I feel like I always have to go the extra mile to make this relationship work, and it's never just about him and me. Even when we want to travel or go somewhere, we need to make sure his mother and niece aren't too sad. Stop it.
You gotta leave him. This relationship can't work out if he always prioritizes his mama.
You either need to leave him or he needs
Severe
serious,
counseling.
comprehensive therapy
Yeah.
to move beyond being this like
He's attached to his mom.
I don't know. It's like
In a unhealthy way.
I don't know who has convinced him, but he like believes that without his presence, these women will disintegrate into nothing.
Yeah.
That they will just like just melt away without his presence. And if they're telling him that, they need to stop. And he needs to be able to hear that from his wife, that it's a toxic dynamic. And if he can't hear it,
Then you can't be his wife.
there's the door. Because it's your apartment, right? If your name's on the apartment, get him out of there.
Shoot.
My husband gives them money and spends a lot of time with them beforehand so they don't resent him. By the way, you know what? I'll never resent you for listening to full episodes with stories like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime, and you can listen to over 73 days worth of stories.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! I don't know if there's much left
No.
in the tank for this one.
I ain't got more to say.
Unless he's going to immediately agree to full-blown
Yeah.
therapy and reassessing and reevaluating
Then I can't see
his
anything change.
dynamic.
Shout out to Ming Ming. Is he Filipino? What's that supposed to mean?
He could be anything. He could be anyone. He could be one of you.
But hopefully he's not going to be your husband for much longer.
Well, this story is one of ours, so.
Good luck,
Yeah.
OP.
Our fight ended with him cursing me,
God bless you.
Thank you.
demanding that I apologize for saying I don't want to spend time with his mother. I was crying and powerless. He went by himself, picked them up, spent the afternoon with them, and had dinner with them. Now he's back, sitting and working without talking to me or even looking at me. I feel like this is how my whole life will be. Him choosing his family over me while I didn't even ask him to choose. All I said was that I wanted to go later and not spend the whole afternoon with them. Am I wrong? What should I do? How can I make him understand that this is very tiring for me? Should I let go of this marriage? And
Yes.
the truth
Yes.
shall set you free.
You should let go of the marriage.
You
let
got
go.
there.
Let go.
You got there.
Let go.
You let it go. You say, get out of my house. Get
Can
out
you let
of
it
my
go?
house. Go live with your mom.
Go live with your
They'll
mommy.
love it. Oh my God, they're gonna love living
They're
with
gonna be
you.
so happy. You can
You
drive
can
them to
go
all their
right now.
things. It'll be great.
You can have slumber parties every night.
Yay!
It'll
you
be
can,
great.
You can sleep on the floor, and they can sleep in your bed. Woohoo!
Woo, 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 woo. On a real level, it sounds like there's a lot of complicated factors going into the why he feels that way, with like the loss of his father.
Absolutely. Doesn't mean that you have to.
But you don't have
Deal
to
with
stay
this.
here. If he is unwilling to change, you do not have to stay, no matter how reasonable it is for him to feel the need to do this.
Yeah.
In his mind.
But that is the end of that story and the end of this episode.
I guess we're gonna read some comments. It's time to read some comments. This is from the video My Mother-in-Law Demands a Family Honeymoon from September 5th, 2025. OP's pregnancy announcement using her nephew's shirt got stolen by her sister-in-law, who pretended to be pregnant, and when the truth came out to the family blamed OP for being unclear. The sister-in-law then escalated by hacking OP's Amazon account, stealing baby names, and forcing the whole family to use a different nickname for OP's newborn daughter until OP finally cut them all off. In a shocking twist, the sister-in-law had her own baby, then immediately abandoned both the child and OP's brother, and now the same toxic family wants OP to care for the abandoned NICU baby.
That was a crazy story. I remember
Oh
that
my
one.
I
God.
don't think I was on that one.
I remember that one. It was crazy.
Booker Maiden says, second OP's family is toxic. One day when that child survives, she's going to come back and demand to be his mother. BPD. 'Tis truly BPD. That's one of the comments.
I hope they don't demand to be the mother.
Hope not.
Another comment from Danny XAXK. People like OP who are such terrible pushovers really piss me off. Like, bro, stand up for yourself. If not only for yourself, then stand up for the sake of your daughter.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest things you can learn how to do if you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, if you haven't been taught.
Truly. Yeah,
tricky.
and then it comes a moment and the dam breaks, and then you're like, how could I ever have done that? I will never go back.
And this final comment from Tina Gillenwater 5888. F, you're afraid of someone stealing a name. You can always give a fake name you hate, in hopes they may name their kid the name you hate instead of what you want.
Yeah, you should be like, I'm going to name my kid Garbage.
We had one story. Was it? Were you there for this?
I'm going to name my kid Hungo.
No, it was. I think it was Angie, myself, and Riley. It was one of the members only streams. We had a story like this, and she took the name Hitilla.
Attila?
The Hun?
No, Hitilla.
Attila.
Hitilla?
Yes.
Interesting.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm combining my aunts like Matilda and something else,
Yeah.
and
Hatilda?
something like that."
Attila.
But no, it's a Hitilla. And
Hitilla.
and I think a lot of people remember in chat, if you guys remember that story, that was a crazy one. We're still waiting for an update, but the sister-in-law took that name because, you know, OP was like, I'm going to use that for my daughter. Supposedly, when OP released the name, it was like Rose or something
Yeah.
very sweet. And she was like, why would you use that name? Because you were going to use it. I combined the guy from Germany
Yeah.
and Attila the Hun.
That's crazy. Well, why would you even name your child Hitilla?
Hitilla.
Because, again, that OP sister-in-law
Yeah.
was like so obsessed with
Crazy.
her.
Who
Brother.
signed off on
Why would the
that?
husband be like, yeah,
It's like naming your kid like, I mean, clearly those are two horrific combos.
a dolphin?
But it's like
A dolphin.